Hello everyone, Alec DeLorean here, and I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Now today I have 5 tips for K-A0S to help you get better with her. And I feel like if you put all of these tips into use, you will come out with more wins or more kills or survive more than you normally would. But I won't keep you any longer, so if you enjoyed this video, this content and all things Star Wars Hunters related, be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Now the first tip is quite obvious, I think. It's just to use the blaster more than melee. K-A0S is shown as pretty heavy hitter, likes to show off the melee, but the melee damage is just not as good as the blaster. And with the blaster, you've got your shield up, so you're most likely gonna survive longer as well. So if you can, just prioritize using the blaster, because it actually does a lot of damage. You can melt a lot of supports like Scar it quite fast, to be fair. Try to use that more than melee. Melee is only for when your shield has run out. Now the second one is to do with both of her abilities, is to combine them both together to get maximum damage. Now you want to use the lunged uppercut into the backhand. So the lunged uppercut jumps you towards the enemy, lofting them in the air to get that easy hit. And then you use the backhand ability to smack them really far. And if there's more enemies, smack into them and they get some damage as well. And this way I've killed a lot of squishy characters in just those 2 abilities. So it's really good on Scar, it's really good on Diago, just everyone like that. If you just combine them 2 together, you will get a lot of easy kills that can help turn the tide in team fights. It's also really good just to make other tanks panic, because they get locked in the air and then they get thrown away and they have no idea what to do. Now the second one is more just for certain maps, i.e. Vader's Castle and like some areas on Mos Espa Way Station, but mostly Vader's Castle. If you can play in the area where you can fall off quite easily, that's where you want K-A0S to be. Her backhand, you get hit so far away, much further than Sentinels, so use that to your advantage. Just go to that area, combine the other tip, use the ability of lunged uppercut into the hit, and you can send people flying off the map for an easy kill. And even better when it's on tanks. If they've got full health and you just hit them off in one hit, it doesn't feel good to be on the receiving end. So it's really, really good to use. Now tip number 4, this one is to do with the ultimate. I've tried playing around with the ultimate. It's not the greatest ultimate. It's really good, but you are very vulnerable, so that brings it down a little bit. So I've tried using it in different ways, and the best way that I've come out with it is to use it on the flank. Don't use it when you're half health and you're in the middle of a team fight and everyone's shooting at you, because you're just going to use it and everyone's going to shoot you and you're just going to die because you've got no shield at that point as well. The best time to use it is on the flank, or if you're in a team fight and no one's shooting you, and you can just use it because you're most likely going to survive. It catches people off guard, they're not shooting you, you're most likely going to have full health, so you can get, because there's a long animation for her ultimate, so you get it off and that just guarantees more kills. So always try to use it on the flank if you can. Never use it as a panic last minute thing, because you can do that with Reeve but not really K-A0S. And the final tip, tip number 5, is just an overall basic tip, and it's just to target the supports and any other squishy damage hunters before the tanks. Her blaster is really strong, we already know that. If you're combining this with, say, a Diago who's shooting a Scorer, he could one-tap her and you could finish her off, or you could have already done that little bit of damage for Diago to one-shot her. So always target the supports first, whenever, wherever, always necessary, then go for any other squishy hunters. That being said, you also want to be shot at, you want to be the tank, the wall, the fortress, so getting people to shoot you, so if you can get Sentinel to shoot at you and Slingshot to shoot at you, but you're not shooting them and you're targeting the supports, then that is the best situation to be in. And there you go, there is my 5 tips for K-A0S to help you get better with K-A0S in the gameplay, and I hope that it does do you well. Like, there are some nice ones, like combining the 2 abilities is probably my favorite tip, just because it's so fun to do. But I won't keep you any longer, so if you enjoyed this video, this content, K-A0S, and all things Star Wars Hunters related, be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.